Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Angelica Underwood here in the Power Talk Ask the Expert. And with me today, I have Matthew Santana, the founder of Infinite Power Project. And he has announced the launch of his new book titled Rebirth of a Woman, Discover Unspoken Secrets. So I am really glad, Matthew, that you are here with me today. And
Thank you for having me.
it's amazing. One of the questions that I want to start with, it's like, go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us about yourself. How did you even get started in
All right,
writing?
so growing up in a household, being raised by all women, and seeing and hearing different things, it made me, as I grew up, it made me look at things a lot differently. And then as I'm, growing up as a young man, seeing those same things happening, and I ask myself, like, why do these, things keep happening to these women? So, as a friend of mine that I worked with, working with her and her missing work or coming, to work with bruises and black eyes and things like that, busted lips and things, I was like, okay, now it's time for me to do something. I have to intervene and help her. So I started the Infinite Power Project to help women escape domestic violence relationships and
Mhm.
being sexually assaulted. So I
Yeah.
started the Infinite Power Project 3 years ago.
Okay. And that's powerful because domestic violence is something that it's a very sensitive topic, but it's a
Mhm.
topic that we don't really bring up, we don't speak about, and yet it needs to be spoken. It needs to be spoken.
Right.
So I take off my hats off to you because I think it's amazing. And I just want to say hi to everybody that's watching right now. We have Matthew Santana. He is the author of Rebirth, A Woman Discover Unspoken Secrets. And one of the things that I know, like, what really, I mean, did violence happen in your home? Is that what triggered you starting to write about this and talk
Most, yes. Uh-huh. Like seeing different people being abused inside the home, outside the home, I had to do more, to help. Instead of me, living in fear or sitting in fear, I had to break away from that so I can, help somebody else get out of their situation.
Absolutely. And that happens. I think that when things happen to us and we learn from it, then we have to go out in the world and start to help others, uh,
Hmm.
cope with situations that might be difficult. So tell me, like, what is like some of the strategies that you kind of guide people through within this Infinite Power Project? I know that I kind of want to stick to that for a minute. Like,
Okay.
what is it? How is it that you help women, or how can they be in touch with you to get support?
So they can get support and find other resources, even if they're from a different state and I can't reach them. They can go to infinitepowerproject.com, and there's a list of resources of places you can call and different shelters you can reach out to to get that assistance if they're not in the state that I'm in. So they'll click on the resources, find their state, and get those resources so they can get assistance.
Okay, thank you. And how about your book? I mean, what is your book about? I mean, it's Rebirth a Woman and Discover
So
Unspoken.
it's basically women revealing their secrets that they swept under the rug and that they've hidden from, the outside world. So now the book was about them breaking free, breaking that silence and healing and forgiving, what they've been through and, evolving to, the women that they used to be.
Mhm. Absolutely. Now you have, this is a collaborative project. Like, was there several authors writing the book, the chapters, or
Yes.
yes?
So I started it off by, just doing it myself. And I was like, what I'm writing is not enough. I need more people to help me with this book. So I reached out, and made a post about looking for at least 20 women to collaborate and write their shorts and share their stories. Like I did it with my first book on my own. Now I'm looking for women to share their stories so as the process went on, I started with 30 women, and as the book became almost getting close to finish, I had every week or every day a woman was reaching out saying, oh, I can't do this, my story's too painful, I'm reliving those memories again, I'm sorry, I have to drop out. So I did reach out to them, let them know that it was okay that they did drop out, but I did offer life coaching assistance, and gave other life coaching resources or other people that they can reach out to to get that help and get that healing. So the other people that stayed on with me, I have the book here, it's about 20 of us in this book,
Mm.
and each person shared their story, and I connected that book to a butterfly. It starts off as a caterpillar, it wraps itself in a cocoon and then becomes something beautiful. So that's how we got the title, Rebirth of a Woman.
Wow, that's a beautiful title, and you know what? I'm doing a similar project, and I think when you collaborating, you go back to the stories, right?
Mm-hmm.
That were painful. A lot of times when they're actually writing the stories, I had a lot of people that are actually healing from going into the story and then
Mm-hmm.
really touching the golden nuggets of what how they survived, and
Right.
going into those stepping stones really help other women. And I think it's powerful, and I really applaud all those courageous women that wrote this chapter with you, this book with you, because it is amazing. They're going to touch lives like you couldn't imagine. So tell us, I know you have another book. What is
Mm-hmm.
the other book called?
Before I get to the other book, there's also myself and two other men in this book as well, and they wrote about how their lives was affected, by a woman. So
Mm.
then that will lead into my next book, Fear, My Hidden Truth, which tells about the men. So this book will revolve around the men telling their stories of how they're healing and how they're forgiving and how, they're moving on from the past. But
I
my first book,
Yeah, go ahead.
okay, the first book is Evolution of a Queen of Woman of Color. And this is the book I wrote about a young woman that I worked with. And it goes back sharing her story as she grew up being molested and abused, and how all the way till she was wondering why she kept falling after abuser, and she's thinking that's okay until she met me and telling her, why are you doing this, that's wrong, you should be with somebody that cares and loves about you. And all I kept getting was pushback, you don't know what you're talking about, he loves me, he only, things like that. So after the book came out, she just cried because she seen her story in somebody else's eyes.
Hmm. Hmm. Wow. And that's powerful, because a lot of women tend to believe, because they live in this pattern and that's all they know,
Mm-hmm.
they tend to believe that that is okay. And I'm glad
Right.
that this person met you and you were able to help her not only cope with it and come out of it and heal, but write a book,
Mm-hmm.
you know, on her, about her. I think that's really powerful. For all those that are watching, this month is domestic violence and breast cancer. And it's a very delicate subject. And with me, we have Matthew Santana. He is a life coach and an author, and he has written several books. But I know you talked about men,
Mm-hmm.
writing in the book. But what are some of the challenges that men encounter? Because we always, I don't know if we mean to leave men out as
Mm-hmm.
being the not the abuser, but the
Right.
that was abused. So tell us more. What are some of the challenges that they might experience?
So it depends on the situation. So it can be woman on man or man on man situations in a man's life that they can go through. So that woman can become that abuser, and she can beat on that man, and she can talk down on him, but him being a man, he don't want to put his hands on her, but she's putting her hands on him. So he deals with it and copes with it, and he can also be fragile as well, but he won't speak on it. He'll just, she's a woman. Her punches and things don't hurt, but on the inside, it's hurting him.
Mm. And I think that those stabs, those soul
Hmm.
stabs, those soul wounds are deeper and they really impact men. So I'm so glad that we're talking about this topic, because it's not, I mean, if domestic violence is not really talked about, the strangulation and the choking
Hmm.
and the beating and the verbal abuse, we don't talk about men being abused, like you said.
Right. Hmm.
He's supposed to be the tough guy, right?
Right. Uh-huh.
Yeah. According to wrong perspectives and beliefs. And yet
Hmm.
they're hurt in a different, like in a deeper way, you know?
Right.
So tell us, go ahead.
So with the Infinite Power Project, it started off with just helping women and empowering women. And after that first book, I was getting men like, okay, I need help too. What resources do you have for me? So I expanded it. So the Infinite Power Project empowers women, men, and the children that's involved in some of the cases.
Hmm. When children is another story, because a lot of times when they are growing up in this abuse and in the families, they
Hmm.
believe again that it's
Right.
okay, and then they can either be
Hmm.
an abuser, or
Right.
they fall into the same trend and
Hmm.
allow others to.
So they will, the children, they're so impressionable, and they're a product of their environment. So if that's what they're seeing as they grow up, they're gonna think, so they're gonna, it's 50-50. So they even can, be the abusers, like you said, or the abusee. So they can pick up either one of those traits.
Mhm, mhm. It's really, so what do you do for your children that?
So with the children, we get have different programs to focus on themselves. So if they want to learn photography or learn to write their own book or design websites or other things, we have mentors that'll mentor the kids and take them on trainings to observe the different business and different trades, so they can learn, become who they want to be, who they want to become, instead of focusing on, oh, my dad did this, my dad did that, my mom did this. So it's all about them getting back to themselves and healing and forgiving what their mom did and what their dad did, and move on to, oh, okay, it's about me now. So when they get older, they're focused more on themselves instead of the past.
Absolutely. I love that, because there's a lot of healing that needs to be done, and it's through guidance. So
Hmm.
I really appreciate what you're doing. So if there's any questions out there, if anybody's live right now and you have any questions for Matthew, um, go ahead and comment below. If you come back and it's a replay, then do hashtag replay. Yolanda was saying, oh, wow. So Yolanda, thank you for joining us and being here with us. Um,
Thank you. Thank you.
so now tell us, like, what goals have you completed, like at the personal level, and business level?
So I think I've completed everything that I wanted to do, with my life. I do script writing, and I've written scripts on basically healing and forgiveness. So in that story, you might see a woman getting abused, but it's much more than that. You got to, look at the story, read between the lines, and get the message out of it. She might be getting abused in the beginning, but she's showing you what she went through and now how she's going to fight to get out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I think all of my goals. I was born premature, 1 pound 3 ounces.
Oh,
So I say this is my second chance at life. So I'm using that to help other people, no matter what it is. If they want to start a business, I'll coach them and mentor them. If they want to leave a domestic violence relationship, I'll coach them and teach them how to get out of that. If they're going through depression, I'll try my best to help them and get back to the person that they used to be, before the hurt, before the pain, before the depression. So I
absolutely.
think my goals I have completed. Now I'm just helping other people complete their life goals.
Mhm. Wow. You said a pound and how many ounces?
1 pound, 3 ounces.
Oh, wow. You were tiny. And you know, and now you're here because you're serving a bigger purpose. Like it's
Hmm.
amazing to see what you're doing in this world, you know, that you're really stepping into your big shoes because you have big shoes and
Hmm.
even if they were small when you were born, but
Right.
you were a warrior since you were in your mom's womb and then you came into this world to, you know, I don't know, I don't even like to use the word fight, but fight for other people to kind of live their lives,
Right.
their story. So, wow, that's amazing. Amazing story, beautiful story. But you need to write about that too, or have you?
Yes, that's gonna be hopefully in January. I'll be coming out with Evolution of a King, a journey through time, and it's gonna travel from me being born all the way till now.
Mm.
So look out for that book. So
I
I got a list of books that'll be coming out.
So tell us about the next project because I know you're looking for men right now to write your next
Uh-huh.
book. So kind of talk about what is the main focus of that book that you're going to be writing and what type of men are you looking for to join you in this
Okay.
work?
So it's the book collaboration that I'm doing now. It's called Fear, My Hidden Truth. And it's about a man or many men that I'm looking for to share their stories about what they feared or what they do fear. So in that writing process, you can learn a lot about yourself. So you can I know I have one guy writing about suicide and one writing about their mom and their how they grew up and everything. So there's a lot of men that are hurting from past events. So if you think you have a story to share and want to put it in this book, you can reach me at the Infinite Power Project .com or Infinite Power Project at Gmail. And then there's also another book. It's called From the Heart of a Man, and that one goes beyond the hurt and the pain. So now after you're being healed, this book is for you. So you're writing about that leadership, those goals that, oh, okay, I forgave, I put the past behind me, I'm moving forward with my life, this is what I'm doing. So that book will be for you.
Okay. Okay. So here it is. Join Matthew in writing a chapter with him. Connect with him. What was the name of that title again? Connect.
Fear, My Hidden Truth, and then the second one is From the Heart of a Man.
From the heart of the man. Wow, powerful. So connect with Matthew if you are interested in writing a book, like a chapter with him.
Mhm.
This is a great way to come together to grow your business, grow, you know, have like clearing, like really heal inside when you're writing.
Mhm.
Connect with Matthew. This is a powerful way to heal, a powerful way to share your message because someone is waiting for you, for your message. So
Somebody's waiting for that story for to read your story to heal from it. They might be going through the same thing that you're going through, but don't know how to get over that hurt or that the past. So reading your story could help them.
absolutely, that's exactly what's going to happen. Now, what type of life coach you said you are again? So that people.
Transitional empowerment. So it's transition from where you are now to who you used to be, that strong woman, that strong man, before that hurt, before that pain, learning to forgive. So I'm empowering you with affirmations, healing, and a ton of other things. So we go through that transition. You might be hurt right now, but once we're finished, you're going to be empowering yourself each and every day. I'm beautiful. I am strong. I am worthy instead of you're not worthy. So the things that you used to hear, like, oh, you're not worthy, you start to believe it. Like if you hear it, long enough, you're stupid. You can't do this. You can't do that. You start to believe it. I'm going to get you out of that fixed mindset and get you into a growth mindset.
Mhm. That affirmations are powerful. Of course, you have to align them with your beliefs so that you
Hmm.
really begin to manifest and really be able to connect with that inner wisdom that we have. So I don't know, do you use affirmations constantly? What do you do with
Yeah.
affirmations? Mhm.
Yeah. So I actually have two affirmation journals for both books. And
Mm,
it goes along like a journal. So it's like a daily planner. You will go through the affirmations daily. Like you'll write an affirmation. You'll write positive affirmations in the box. And then you'll write, if you're feeling negative, you will write that one down too. So you can self-reflect on the negative with all the positive ones after you finish the complete journal.
mm. I love affirmations. I even write them on my wall. I have my vision board and I write them
Hmm.
because I think that it reminds me of who I truly am,
Right,
especially when I'm working on, limiting beliefs. Then I write the opposite so that it supports me on a
right,
daily basis. So that's wonderful
right.
to have that. Now, what are your next goals I know that you're going to be writing a book, anything else that you want
Mhm.
to share with people?
So if after the collaborations, if you want to write your own book, we can help you. So even after the collaboration, you want to move forward and share more of your story, or you have an idea for a fiction book or anything, I can help you, further that. And then as well, I'm going to take these collaborations and turn them into a script and start filming these.
Mm,
So you're not just reading these books, we're going to make them come to life.
mm, okay. Wow. Great. So you are going to be joining me in my event, right? In the
Yes,
retreat?
in December. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I just want to let everybody know, this is the Power Talk radio show or live stream show, and we have Matthew Santana. He's written several books. He's also collaborating with other people that want to write a chapter, so connect with him. And in addition to that, he is going to be joining me in discovering the inner healer within, so that what we're going to be doing is having different processes, and I'm going to have different presenters, and Matthew's going to be
Hmm.
there. And I don't know if you're going to be doing your affirmation process, but I think that would be something that would
Okay.
helping people to go within and really tap into the power of word, right?
Okay.
I don't know if you have any other processes, but join us. It's going to be December 5th and 6th. And we all have a wounded part of us. And this is, if you're really interested in doing deep, deep work, then this is
Hmm.
your chance to go away from the world and just it's going to be virtual, but it's going to be very, very powerful. Um, do you want to share anything else that I didn't ask, but that you want to share with people?
I think that is about it. Well, since it's breast cancer awareness, I did just become director of a new clothing line that would be launching soon. It's ladies, man's clothing and apparel. And half of the proceeds for that clothing line will go to a breast cancer foundation.
Mm, okay. Okay. So where can people connect with you, Matthew?
They can either find me on Facebook, Matthew Santana Jr., or through my nonprofit, Infinite Power Project, or any one of my business pages, photography, expressions in time, or my marketing or advertising, Timeless Vision Productions.
Okay. And then later on, if you can come back and you can type stuff here and just send it out to
Okay.
people so that when they're watching it and they're doing the replay, then it's already there and they can connect.
Okay.
So, Matthew, it was great connecting with you again. He was one of my panelists last Saturday, and he will be part of it's a global virtual retreat. So, we're inviting you to join us December 5th and 6th. We all have those part of us that need to be healed. And
Mm-hmm.
we were just talking about the power of story, on how we have to go within to kind of heal those memories. And if you join Matthew and you join us December 5th and 6th. He's going to be one of our presenters, and he's going to dive deep with some of his powerful processes that will help you heal as well. So again, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
And you be blessed. And I want to thank everybody who's watching. Please share, like, and comment, because some of the conversations that we had today was on domestic violence, and there's someone out there waiting for Matthew's message. So we will appreciate that you share, that you like, and that you tell someone about this video so that they can come back this live stream and they can watch it. So again, thank you, everybody, and you have an amazing evening, day, wherever you are. Bye.
You all have a good one.